get ready, tune in, unwind. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to talk about what's happening, baby. So run, don't crawl. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to think, so go ahead and get yourself a smooth drink. It's the Smoke World Podcast. Light up your cigar, put your feet up, and don't go too far. So tune in weekly in your car, at home, or on your phone, and listen in the Smoke World Podcast, hosted by Stone.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone, so go grab that stick. Go grab a glass, whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have that conversation. All right, so I'm back live at the lounge, a different lounge. Sketches is babysitting, so he's not around. He's watching little babies. But that's okay. So I wanted to recap my experience at the PCA for the first time in New Orleans. I didn't like it. I'll be honest. I did not like the vibe. And it had nothing to do with New Orleans. It's just, I don't know if I'm getting older or my patience is running out, or a combination of all those things above. But trying to ask people to have a conversation about their product, it's like you're almost begging people, hey, can you tell us what's new, what's coming out for 2025? And the cigar being treated as a Scooby snack. Like, they would throw a cigar, oh, yeah, get out of here. I mean, again, I didn't like that vibe. I did not like the vibe. Again, shout out to the PCA for doing what they did. They put on a great show. New Orleans is New Orleans. It was a great time. But, again, I had to be honest, I did not like the vibe, and I don't know if it's just me, but the vibe was a little different this year for me. Again, have Mike, will travel. I'm sitting here, and I said, let me turn these mics on and have this conversation. What am I smoking on? I got something from one of my brothers. I don't even know what the hell it is because I ain't got my glasses on. Mind your business, an Aurora, but I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm drinking on something old people would normally drink, and you would laugh and say, okay, Stone, what are you drinking? Gin and cranberry juice with a lime. And I'm sitting next to a sister, I believe, who's smoking. I said, let me turn this mic on and see if this young lady will be interested and get on the mic. And I have her here, Miss Shabuda. Is that, I'm saying that correctly?
It's Shabuda Jenkins.
Shabuda Jenkins. Well, thank you for being a guest on Smoke World.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm good, and I do want to open up by saying that is a very old man drink. Gin and cranberry juice.
Whoa, wait a minute now. No, hold on.
In a cigar lounge.
That ain't got nothing to do with you. I think you should mind your business on that part.
Oh,
that's number one. But what are you drinking? You drinking what?
I'm drinking Diplomatico and Coke, but just a splash of Coke.
Okay, yeah.
It's a complex rum that goes well with cigars.
A complex rum.
It is.
Wow. Okay, make sure I get this.
Shabuda Jenkins.
Okay, I'm not going to say the whole government, but
Okay.
Shabuta. Okay.
Duh.
Shabuda.
Yes.
Shay Shay. Can I call you Shay Shay?
No. I don't love that.
I ain't asking what you love. I'm just asking, can I call you that? Because I'm not going to get that Shabuda, whatever that name is.
The fuck is
I'm
that
not
old
going
man thing?
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
do the D's?
Yeah, I
You
can't.
can't do D?
Whoa, wait a minute now. Viagra and blue pills do work.
That's
so
the
mind your
honey, those honey
business.
packs.
Oh, yeah, that's good. People don't know
Yeah.
that. You know what's crazy?
I'm gonna
A
light
lot
some
of
people's
people
drinks
don't
with it.
know about the honey packs.
Really?
They know about Cialis, Blue Chew. What's the other one?
I don't know, because I really try not to mess with anybody who has to deal with any of it.
You
But
don't know.
ladies,
You don't
if
know who's doing what. You don't
what
know.
the honey pack is. Make sure you get some of those if
on
your
Amazon.
fella is doing a little something, and you can put it in his food,
It's
and
on
then
Amazon.
you can have the best time you need to have.
It's on Amazon.
Awesome.
It's on Amazon.
I would
So-
buy it in bulk.
So
but,
let's be
I
clear,
don't
because
need
a
it.
lot of people are listening like, what the f- are they talking about?
oh,
Yeah,
it's
they don't have a clue.
It's like a Blue Chew, but in a honey. It's a honey
ED
pack.
problems, if you got ED problems.
Not. It's if you have ED, or ladies, if you want to just spice it up all the time, you know, without having to do a whole lot of work.
Well, what work do y'all think y'all do anyway? Y'all don't do shit. What do you mean? What work? What are you doing? What do women do?
First of all, we look good, we smell good, and we do that work to make sure that what we want is what we get.
I'm glad you living in some other la la land.
Oh,
there.
whatever.
Shibuta.
I'm sorry. Duh.
Shibuda.
God
yeah.
damn.
Shay Shay. Listen.
No.
Speaking of Shay Shay.
Love him.
Hold
I
on.
want him
Now,
to have my
hold.
number. God damn it. You, hey, Shay Shay, if you listening,
Hold on
get
now.
my number, baby. Come on and do me like that. I want that.
You heard what happened with that?
I love it. So what?
Oh,
yeah,
wait
I
a
heard what
minute.
happened.
Come on,
Shay.
Shay.
Give
come
that.
on.
Come on, Unc. If you hear this, just go through Smoke World. Go ahead and just come on over. Come on over.
I don't like what
I
he
love
did.
that.
I'm not feeling it.
Oh, I love that.
He's not gonna mess with you because you're too old.
I know but now he has this feel of those 20-year-olds trying to do a damn lawsuit. Listen, Shay Shay, I am already good. I know my name is Shabuda Jenkins, but I am self-sufficient. I don't need none of your money, but I would like that other thing that you got going on.
You don't know what he got going on.
I love it.
You have not a clue.
I heard that tape of him when he was having sex with that girl.
And what's your
she
point?
was like, ugh. I know what he got going on.
Michelle. Her name was Michelle.
I know.
think.
I
Michelle,
know.
Get your
He
ass
couldn't
over here.
even.
Shut
She
that
couldn't
noise
even
up.
say nothing. I want that. Come on, give me a call.
Unc ain't
Yes.
calling your. I can't say. I was about to say yes.
He may not, but he don't need a honey pack.
You don't know what he
don't
need.
need no honey pack.
Unc might be honey
Unc.
packing it up all day,
Come on,
every
Unc.
day. You
Unc,
don't
come
know.
on. I
You
put
don't
it
know.
in his food. He had pancakes every fucking day.
Well,
with,
since you
with
might not
honey,
get, let me help you out.
honey, sir.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna help you out. So we're here at the lounge. You can maybe pick any, mini, money, mo. You got
None
a
of
better
them here at
chances
the
of
lounge.
putting something in their drink than putting it in Unc's drink. The
I was
chances of
just
that
trying to
gonna
do
be-
my shout out to the universe. If Uncle's listening, I need that.
I'm not
There's
feeling what
nobody
Unc
here at
did.
the lounge.
I'm not feeling
What
Unc
did he
did.
do?
With the little young. First of all, you messed with the young
He
joke.
don't-
19. Come on.
But they
now.
go after him because. So
Whoa. What do you mean they go after him? Unc is a predator. Unc is a motherfucking
but
predator.
so are some of these girls.
So you saying the little white girl's a predator?
She knew what she was getting.
They've been knocking each other off what,
Let me
about
tell
100
you
times.
something. I know. So let me tell you something. She didn't come in the lounge and get one of y'all dudes. She got Shay.
Your OnlyFans.
She got Shay, and she knew what that was.
Oh, Shay got her.
Either way,
Yeah,
she
predator.
knew what it was. It wasn't their first time. It wasn't their second time. It was like their 100th time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't know.
Shay ain't, you mean you a little too old for Shay?
So all of a sudden,
Miss Shabuda.
I am. Goddamn it.
Yeah, you too old for it. Because Monique said,
He need to
get
get
your
he need to
ass.
get somebody like me.
he ain't going to do
He
that.
need to get me.
He's not going to do that. He looking for young girls.
Listen, anybody whose name Shabuda Jenkins was at least born in the 80s, and that's what he needed. He needed a 70s, 80s girl. Come
Think
on,
about
Shay
that.
Shay.
So, first of all, your name is Shabuda. That tells you one thing. Your demographics ain't right. He not messing with your demographics. He not interested in your demographics.
True story.
Okay,
But that's
so-
his problem. That's his problem.
Amongst other things. So, because we're in the lounge,
Mm-hmm.
Shay, Miss Shay.
I have this really good cigar.
Yeah, that's the
I'm smoking.
Dominicana, the Deadwood Dominicana. That's a new cigar by Drew Estates.
It
How you
is
like it?
really good. I just got introduced to it today. I like Drew Estates across the board. Honestly, I've never had like a really bad Drew Estates cigar, but I don't like really super sweet. Now this one has a sugarcane wrapper, but the interior of it smokes like a medium cigar. It does not smoke like a light cigar, and it's a quality smoke. It's a really good cigar.
So you're
I
enjoying
would-
that?
Oh, I am.
You would recommend it.
Absolutely. I'm
So what do
gonna
you
go buy it.
normally smoke? Are you normally an infused cigar smoker?
No,
You're not.
no, I'm not. So for my second cigar of any particular day, if I'm going to do two, my second cigar will be an infused. But I like Stillwell #1. I like Rough Riders. I like the Tabac. I'm really a big fan of the Tabac.
This
I
kind of
like-
goes with the Shay conversation.
But
You like a
that's-
lot of.
That's
seem
the
like,
second for the second cigar.
Yeah, you like seconds and you like Rough Riders.
I love Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a little
You
honey
can't
pack.
be named Shabuda and not like a Rough Rider.
So where you from, Shabuda? If I can ask, you don't mind. You kind of got to look like you're from the urban city.
I am from the city.
I figured that part. So because this is a podcast and theater of the mind, so we have to kind of paint the picture for the individuals listening to the podcast.
All right. Well, I am honey brown. Probably a little bit caramel only.
Well, I didn't say describe your ass.
Don't
I
be
just
like
said,
that. Oh,
I
what?
just said where you're from. I didn't say tell people what you look like. But
I'm
if you
from-
want to, go ahead. You know what? I'm
from
sorry.
Philly,
Oh, you from Philly, my city. Whoa,
my city.
whoa. What part
Definitely my
of Philly?
city. North Philly. You can't be named Shabuda Jenkins and not be from North Philly.
Is that your mother gave you that name?
Don't make me have to whoop your ass in here.
I'm asking that question.
Yes.
How do you even spell Shabuda?
None of your business. Because then if I spell it, people will want to look me up.
Well,
None of your business.
okay.
But it's Shabuda.
Really?
But it has a
So-
D-A-H on the end of it.
I never heard of nobody didn't want to spell their name because they think somebody's going to look them up. I think that's a bunch of bullshit right there. But that's okay. That's okay. So, okay, you're in the cigar lounge.
I am.
And I'm not in my normal place where I record, where it's a lot of people getting on the mic. I'm not gonna say it's an intimate setting because we got a few people here. It's a large lounge.
Yeah.
I'm not shouting nobody out because they ain't paid nobody. So yeah, I'm petty like that.
Oh.
But okay, so you're smoking on this dead wood Dominicana. You're enjoying your cigar. You got a drink. You're drinking Coke, of course. That's not Hennessy. though.
Diplomatico.
No Hennessy.
Sarram.
You
No
seem like
Hennessy.
you would be a Hennessy girl. I mean,
can't
just
stand
based
Hennessy.
on, the name. Forgive me for stereotyping.
I can't stand Hennessy. But
Okay.
what's the Hypnotic? I used to do that back in the
Oh,
day.
I bet you did. You did a whole bunch of things back in the day.
Hypnotic for sure.
Okay, so you're from Philly. How long have you been smoking, the love, the moisture, the tobacco leaf? How long has this been? With a name like that, forgive me. I'm sorry, folks. The name is throwing me off. I'm
That's
looking at
all
this
right.
young lady. She don't look like a Shabuda. She doesn't necessarily look like that. So you got to forgive me. But
That's all right. I get that all the time.
I bet you do.
But it's
so
what
how long have you been
happens
smoking?
when we're a professional. I've been smoking for about 10 years.
Hmm.
But yeah, my name is Shabuda Jenkins, but I am very, very professional.
Oh, really? Can I
Great
ask
job.
what you do?
I'm
Okay.
real estate.
Real estate?
Yeah.
Really?
Commercial real estate
Oh, nice. How long have you been doing that?
for about 30 years.
Okay. Now, I would ask for ID because you look like you
See?
may
That's
be
what
like
happens.
35
That's
at
what
the most.
happens. That's what happens. Shabuda Jenkins comes into your life. She's professional, but don't get it twisted. She's from North Philly, so she can get you.
Now, listeners, I think she's lying, but I'm not saying that out loud. She don't look like she can been doing any type thing for 30 years. But we're going to let you... Okay, 30
I
years.
appreciate that.
Oh, you heard that? My bad.
I appreciate
I was
it.
supposed to whisper that. So you're in the commercial real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You were smoking. Okay, so let's talk about the lounge we're in today.
Okay.
Because I like to have a discussion about different lounges, and you being a sister of the Leaf, your experience in the lounge. I always try, if I have the opportunity, to talk to a sister of the Leaf, to discuss and hopefully them to share their experience as a sister of the Leaf, smoking cigars in a male-dominated culture. So, this lounge, what's your feeling of this particular lounge as a sister of the Leaf? Have you been here before? Do you come here frequently? Is this a place that you would recommend? We can start with one of those questions.
So yes. So I come here. I come to the lounge often. I love this lounge, honestly. But what I will tell you, I think the lounge scene has changed over the years. I think it went from like an elite spot to it's still cigars are, and I heard a lot of people say this. You can't be broke and do cigars. It's impossible.
Can't
Because-
be broken through cigars.
Can't because
So like
cigars
golf?
are
Not quite.
almost not quite
Okay.
but almost, because cigars are $10, $12 a stick, right? At the cheapest. You can go all the way up to like $50, $60 a stick.
Mhm.
So you're gonna spend some money to do cigars. That's just not a cheap habit. But I think I've been all over, and I think that.
Oh, really?
But I like this lounge.
You do like
I
this
think
lounge.
I
What is it
do.
about this lounge that you like, if you don't mind sharing?
I think that people are very, very nice here. I think we kind of get into the fact that women are safe here. You can come here and there's a lot of
Wait a minute.
there's a lot of women here.
Okay,
There's-
I'm sorry. Women are safe here. Women aren't safe in any other lounges? What the
It is a male dominated.
I understand
So it's
that,
not
but
like you're
I
not
don't like the
safe,
word
but
safe.
you go into a spot and it's so many men that you as a woman, you go in and you feel maybe uncomfortable. I will say that.
Okay.
And then I'm like, hey, I'm Shabuda Jenkins, and everybody thinks I want a black and mild. So it's
Well,
you know.
do
it's,
you?
No.
Okay, maybe in a previous life.
I can honestly say I've never smoked a black and mild
How about
as
the,
it
how about
was
them other
intended.
things? You smoke them other things?
As
That-
it was intended. I'm sure once you split it open and add it with some other stuff,
Yeah,
it's something
you
different.
know about that lifestyle?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm
All right.
from
I'm
North
sorry.
Philly,
Let me
so
disturb you.
a
Proceed.
little bit. But
So,
yeah.
this lounge, you feel okay. Your choice word was safe. Okay, I'm gonna let that ride.
Because I know this lounge, and I know that most of the people that come in this lounge, and so it's different. So I can come if I feel like dressing up and putting a hat on, or I can put jeans and a hoodie on. I'm okay in this lounge.
So, have you been to a lounge that you didn't feel safe because you
I
used that
have.
word? Really?
I have.
I would love to hear this. So, we're not going to name any lounges, but when you say you didn't feel safe, can you expand on what do you mean by that? You didn't feel safe.
So I've been in lounges where if I walk in, I'm the only female walking in, and you see the men whispering first. When you can watch a lounge, you can watch the atmosphere, and then it's almost like double dutch, right? Like the men are trying to draw straws to see who's gonna come up to you, and when they come up to you, well, first they offer you, when you come in the door, a strictly flavored cigar, and then when you get up to the men, they are like all just trying to see who can get with you.
Oh, get that
and
ass.
that's that. Yeah, they're
Oh,
trying
wow,
to get that
really?
ass. Oh yeah, but in this lounge, there's a little bit of that, but not as much since they know me.
But you feel safe here. But just know, as a woman, your way of thinking is that somebody's trying to tap that ass.
It should be, because that's what they're doing. I mean, I've been around this lounge lifestyle for a lot of times, and so I will tell if the women, because women listen to your podcast too, I would tell them, listen, go into a lounge because you enjoy the cigar. Do not, there's a misnomer where you go into a lounge and try to meet a man. If you meet a man, so be it, but do not go into a lounge to meet a man, because half of these men are married and they just trying to tap something outside their marriage. And if you really want to be gangster with it, what you do is you wait until the lounge has an event that couples go to, and then you'll see your whole beloved there with someone, with his wife or with his long-term girlfriend.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, if I want to recap, you're saying that most lounges, men are trying to tap that ass. Not ash, but ass. No matter what lounge you're at, even ones you feel safe in, there is an objective that you think that some men, not all of men,
yeah,
but some
I
men.
wouldn't say all men.
No, I understand that some men are looking to
I think
tap.
I think that there's any atmosphere, but in male-dominated atmospheres, yes, for sure.
Interesting.
And if you look, you could. I mean, you don't even have to. You can look like you was hit by a bus, really, and you give it the right day, and you're the only woman in there. It's like club hours almost. They still trying to do it.
Oh, so you're trying to say men are desperate, they're just trying to hit anything. They don't give two hot dams. Bust that ass.
Most women that come into, I've never seen, and maybe that's just me, I think that women are inherently beautiful. I think there's something beautiful about every woman. And I think that men they feel like you're in a cigar lounge, and that's their opportunity to come and talk to you. They maybe make you feel comfortable so that they can.
Okay, so
tap
now
that ass.
we're going to actually educate the men and the women with your opinion. It's only going to be your opinion. So now you just stated what you stated. So what would you tell the men, the brothers of the leaf? How should they respond? How should they approach a woman, if they should approach them at all, that make you feel comfortable when you come into the lounge? What do you think the men need to do? You walk into the lounge, okay, whether it's crowded, but mostly men. What would you tell the men? Like, hey, men, don't be an asshole. Do this, or think outside the box
you can say
and
hi
do
without
X, Y,
being
Z.
like super like pushy. It can't be. I mean, I think a woman always likes to be admired, right?
Okay.
Every woman, they have a nice outfit on. They came into a lounge. They like to be admired, but I came into the lounge really to have a cigar, and so where
Now, you're not wearing nothing crazy like like your name. It's not like your outfit's not matching your name.
and if it is,
You're gonna have a problem. Somebody gonna try to bust that ass.
and if that is, you can still just admire me. If I come into
Come on,
a
son.
cigar lounge and I have heels on, high
Okay.
heels, when I'm not wearing a hoodie,
I'm saying you
I'm
don't wear
only
half
wearing-
shirts. You wear half shirts or anything like that? You don't do that.
The way
do you?
this stomach is built up, no.
Not right now.
Not
Back
right
in your
now.
day.
I'm working on my,
Back in your day.
I'm working on
Oh,
myself.
okay.
Back in my day, yes.
Okay.
But I don't think still. I mean, and I see women come in and they look very pretty, very beautiful. But I still don't think that. I still think that there should be, just like there's a cigar etiquette, there is a etiquette for speaking to a higher value woman. And I think a higher value woman
Oh, wow.
is who comes into a cigar lounge. Just like it should be a higher value man that comes into a cigar lounge.
Right.
It should, because again, it's not a cheap habit. I'm not coming here needing. There's a want and there's a need, right? I'm not coming in here needing you to buy me a cigar, needing you to buy me a drink, because obviously I came with my humidor and I have my drinks. It's nice to be treated to a drink. It's
Okay.
nice to be treated nicely. But I
so
think
that's what I'm saying. You're educating right now. You're talking to the men, so that's why I'm giving you the opportunity
like
to
a
talk to
higher
these men.
valued woman.
I don't know.
Treat
I don't even know what that means. So
Okay.
I'm saying, cats listening don't even know what that means. So can you
So-
kinda break
so
it down?
come
Can you dumb
over
it down
and
for us?
Say hi, and say, hey, what are you smoking? Do you like it? Like a conversation about cigars is nice, but don't come to me with the same line you would come at a club, right? Or
Such
that you
as,
would.
what have you heard? I mean, talk to us. We got a couple of minutes. Talk to us. What have you heard? I mean, you from Philly.
Well,
With a
Philly.
name like your name.
I don't
Shay
even
Shay.
get my.
Yeah, Shabuda.
Shabuda
Yeah, I'm pretty
Jenkins.
sure,
Yeah,
I mean, you done heard
Shabuda.
some stuff because I hate to say you got a stereotypical name.
I
I'm
do.
sorry. Yeah, that's
I
true.
do, and that's okay.
That's okay. I
But
mean, we're not judging.
you shouldn't.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I think
Wink,
most
wink.
people think I'm younger than what I am, and they try to act like I don't know about cigars, and then they try to act like I'm stupid, and then the next step is, you know what I could do to you,
Oh, wow.
and
Really?
well, I appreciate it, and there is a day and a time.
Whoa. What you mean? Listen, let's
Sexually.
get you. They say,
What
you
they
know what I
can do
can
to me
you.
sexually.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
And I don't really.
I
I
don't
mean,
believe that, Shabuda.
I need you
No
to be
way.
a woman for one day, and then you get it.
So men come to you and approach you and tell you,
Well, what they do first is they'll say, "Can I get you something to drink?"
okay.
And if I have a drink, I'm like, "No, I'm good." They're like, "You're very beautiful," and I say, "Thank you."
Oh.
They say, "Oh, you know what? Your body is banging.
Oh, wow. Really?
Your face is awesome." And I said, "Thank you." I said, "Damn, you know what I could do to you?"
Huh? What they going to do to you?
I don't know, but they probably need a honey pack. So
Well, okay, that's fine. I mean, you said honey packs enhance, and so you don't have a problem with the honey
only
pack.
for Uncle Shay. Uncle Shay can get it.
Uncle
I'm
Shay.
back to him. Yep, honey pack, got you. He probably don't even need it.
We don't know what Uncle
That's
needs.
okay.
I don't know what Uncle needs, but I'm talking about the real
I'm
world
talking
right
about
now.
Oh,
So the chances you catching up with Uncle's price limited.
I'm still gonna throw it into the
I understand
universe.
what you're saying. I understand,
Right.
but you know, I'm trying to stay focused
Okay,
on
I'm
the
gonna
cats
focus
that
back.
you running into at the lounge.
I
Unc
think-
ain't at the lounge. I don't
I
think Unc
know.
even smokes cigars. So
Yes, he does.
no. Ocho. Hold on, Ocho.
Shay does cigars too.
I ain't seen that boy smoke no. I ain't seen Unc smoke no cigar. Ocho has his own line.
I can't do Ocho though. He's too whiny for me. He's a whiner. He
And you
cries.
go-
He's almost like Tyrese.
And you
Oh
gonna go-
God, crying.
And Unc ain't hold on.
What
now.
the what the
Whoa,
world
whoa,
Tyrese
whoa.
say? Please take me back. Oh God, sit down.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're being approached at the lounge,
Yes,
and men telling you what they can do to you.
yes,
Honey packs are involved. Have you ever hooked up with somebody at the lounge?
I have.
Oh wow, let's talk about that for a couple
Wow.
seconds. Okay, so ladies, gentlemen, so there is a possibility that these things can happen, like work, any other place. You can hook up
The right day.
the right day. Are drinks involved?
Almost always.
Okay, so we got a few
Keep
drinks.
buying those drinks, fellas. It might work for you. No, I'm kidding. It won't work for you. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so we got drinks involved, and so you have dated some folks from a lounge.
Yes.
So okay, did it work or did not work? And why, if it did work, great. But if it didn't work, what do you think? Why it didn't work? Does this kind of go back to basic relationship shit?
I think it still goes back to basic relationship stuff, right?
Okay.
So I think you still have to be compatible outside of the lounge. I think cigars are just one point of commonality, right? So yes, I like cigars and you like cigars, perfect. We both like to drink, perfect. We both like to hang out at the lounge, perfect. But then there's going to be some commonalities that have to come out later, right?
You want to give a secret out? You want to get the secrets out?
What you got?
I'm saying, get the secrets out. You can tell the
Of
cats.
the commonalities?
Well, just the fact that you can give, so men are listening to this, and they're like, damn, Shabuda giving up the tapes. So if you don't mind, they would love to hear the tapes.
Okay.
So give up the tapes a little bit, if you don't mind.
All right.
Because I'm not going to hold you long. I told you I wasn't going to hold you long. I just pulled up on you,
Okay.
drinking Henny and Coke.
Diplomatico and Coke.
Oh, my bad.
All right. So here's a kicker. I think there's a saying now that gets on my nerves, but I like it a little bit. It gets on my nerves when people use it because they misuse it. So feminine space, right? Feminine space is a misused space. It's a misused word.
I don't understand.
But so what happens is when you get a woman into her feminine space, you get a very different woman, right? So a feminine space means that she's not battling you. She's not trying to battle to find the truth. She's just calm. You've given her all the information she needs to have to be calm with and comfortable with you. You make sure when she's with you, she feels safe. You go to a spot, she don't have to look around. You're looking around for her. She's very feminine with you. And so if you can find, every woman's feminine space is very different. It depends on, based on conversation, you'll get what she wants. And I say it's misused because this whole new era of a man has to pay all my bills, he has to take me on trips, he needs to do this for me to find my feminine space, that is not correct. It is the space that women occupy, that they do this thing for themselves. And I say this, I was like, well, you know what? I take my own trash can
to the curb.
Right?
God bless
So, God bless me, absolutely.
Yes.
So, no man can really tell me a whole lot about myself because I'm still taking the trash cans to my curb, right? And so, once I find my person and I feel comfortable with my person and he takes my trash cans, then that's a man. It's what I consider. So, every person considers this differently.
Yes.
But it's one of the tasks that I consider a man's task, right? So
Really?
a man comes into my life and he takes that task, then I don't have a man's task. And so it just depends on what that woman needs to feel very feminine. Some people it is sex. Some people it is feeling like they can relax. They feel valued. They feel sexy around you. It just depends on the woman. But I will tell you that you won't get that one night in the cigar lounge, right? We can sit here and talk about cigars all day long. But we will not get to the place where you feel like I somehow, as a woman, I owe you something in a cigar lounge. What we can have is we can have conversation. We can have debates in the cigar lounge. I love the conversations in the cigar lounge, which is why I come to the cigar lounge. But you can introduce me to your cigar. If it's not a Robusto, I'm not doing that. I understand that I get sick off of cigars. I'm not doing that.
Okay,
But
before. Okay.
yeah. But making a woman feel something other than like a piece of meat is what you probably want to do.
So it's a fine balance. It seems
It
like
is.
it's a
And
fine
it's
balance.
not easy, and it's different for every woman. So like just like I said, and so let's say I said Uncle Shay Shay, jokingly, but seriously, if I'm with my man, then yes, I want the Uncle Shay Shay treatment. But if you're not my boo, then
I don't know. I don't think we know what the Uncle Shay
I said
treatment
throw you
is.
against the wall and take whatever you want. That we love that.
Is that what she-
with
is that
your
Uncle-
man.
is that what
Yeah,
Uncle doing?
Shay. Uncle Shay Shay I think he had a sexual relationship with a girl, and he was with her for a while.
Young girl.
And so,
Let's make sure we specify young girl.
Yeah, I know. But he was with her for a while, and they had multiple sexual deals. And this particular time, he came over, and his sexual, what he wanted,
He wanted to bust the ass. He
bust
wanted-
her
yeah,
ass.
yeah, yeah. Literally,
And
literally,
she
literally.
did not. She's saying now that she did not say yes to that.
So we're clear. So folks, yeah, he was trying to
For the
have
record,
anal sex with
Yeah.
her. So when I say bust that ass, that's literally today. Now that's a good segue because I'm glad you mentioned that Because at the lounge, guess what we're not talking
that
about?
was busted.
Yeah, that was literally.
That was a no-go.
Yeah. That was.
That was a no-go. Even I may have to be like, Shay, listen,
Calm
I
your
gotta
ass
fight
down.
you. Yo, no, sir. But it depends on the agreement that y'all had.
Right, but you know, a consent could be, stopped at any time. Okay, yeah, go, and then in the middle of that, she could say, you know what? Oh, whoa, stop.
Never mind.
Right. Hold on. Pause for the calls.
Right, that's fair.
So I'm glad you mentioned that. So
That's fair. I'm only joking about Shay. Although,
No,
you
you're
have my
not.
number, give me a call.
yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah. What not? But
So
you can't bust my ass.
this
I'm
last piece, and then I'm gonna let you
good. Go
go
ahead.
because I say this all the time, and I don't know if folks really take me serious. What we're not talking about in the cigar lounge is cigars. That's a 5-minute conversation. I might walk up on you and say, "Hey, how you doing? What are you smoking?" And you say, "Bop, bop, bop." But guess what? That's all. That's 5 minutes. Everything else is being discussed in the lounge. Current events. Man, you always hear this thing about you can't discuss politics, religion, bop, bop. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Because a lot of times, that's exactly what we're talking about.
I can tell you that men hardly ever walk up to me and ask me what I'm smoking. Never talk to me about a cigar in the cigar lounge. They talk to me about everything else. You want to talk about, what you can do to me, everything else. But
Oh, wow.
9 times out of 10, a man has not walked up to me and said, "Hey, what are you smoking?" and gave a recommendation or talked about the cigar that I'm having. Nothing. They talk about other stuff.
Do you think that works? Do you think they need to do that?
They do need to do that.
Oh, wow,
Like
man. You're
you're in
getting
a
free
cigar
tips.
lounge.
You're getting free tips on how to get these
on
asses.
the cigar lounge. You may want to talk about a cigar a little bit because then and then maybe try to figure out. Don't figure out. Don't do a stereotypical what women smoke. But if you look at my cigar and you see I'm a Drew Estates girl, maybe say, "Oh my gosh, that's a new Drew Estates." I mean, pop off to the side and throw on some YouTube or some Google search or something so that you can have a conversation about it if you have a commonality. Oh, I like Drew Estates this. Boom. And then that would lead the conversation more naturally.
So you're giving some game up.
Yeah,
Shabuda
yeah.
Jenkins is giving game up
I
right
do
now.
a
Y'all better
little
be-
bit of something.
Yeah.
Hey, and don't get twisted on the name.
No, again.
Shabuda Jenkins.
Yeah, that's a hell of a name.
Shabuda, it is.
That is a hell of a
It
name.
is.
You mean, I don't know if you should smack your mother, kiss your mother. I don't know.
I
You mean,
can do all.
respectfully? Yeah, you can probably do both.
I can do all.
Depends on what the scenario is.
Absolutely. I can do all.
And you got a real job too with that name? God bless you.
You know what? That's fucked up.
I'm just saying.
That's fucked up. I thought we were better than that. Let me go back over here and get another drink and get another cigar.
Well,
that's fucked up.
Well, think Shabuda. You want to use your whole government. Shabuda Jenkins.
Jenkins.
And I'm,
Shabuda. I like Shabuda. I don't like Shay Shay.
Okay,
That's
I understand.
Uncle Shay Shay.
Yeah, I understand, but-
if you see me and I say my name is Shabuda, just say, "Hey, Shabuda, how you doing?" Don't give me that shit about it being a ghetto name. Don't make no smirk, cause you already
come
lost
on.
me at that shit.
Come on.
I ain't
Can't
even
be
talking
mad.
to you.
Come on.
I ain't even talking to you.
I understand, but come on.
I'm gonna get mad. I ain't doing it.
How many Shabudas have you met?
Don't matter. The most important one is right here.
But how many have you met? I've never met a Shabuda. And I'm like,
You're
you know what I mean?
welcome.
I'm a little seasoned.
You're welcome.
But how many have you
You're
met?
welcome.
That's my whole point.
I don't need to meet anymore. I meet this one every single day, every morning. We good.
Every freaking day.
Every single
Yeah. Well, listen, Shabuda, thank you for joining me. You sat down. I interrupted your cigar.
You're awesome.
And your Hennessy and Coke.
It was not Hennessy.
Oh, I keep messing
See,
up
you're
too.
making another stereotype.
Oh,
Fuck
am I
you,
doing
Stone.
it? Oh, yeah. Well, dang. Oh,
That's
security.
messed up. That's messed up.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down and sharing your life experiences in
No
the
worries.
cigar lounge.
Hey, listen, brothers, be better. That's all I need you to do.
Be
and
better.
sis, y'all be better too.
Thank you.
Y'all be
this
better
This is
too.
a two-way street here.
It is. Listen,
Okay.
you know that dude's all jacked up and you know he's married. And you see that tan line where he slipped his ring in his pocket. And he got his left hand in his pocket the whole time he's talking to you. Leave that man alone.
She wants some. It's
Because
okay.
once you start to entertain that, it sets the tone for the lounge. It changes what the lounge
Whoa!
is
Wait a
doing.
minute. She want that thing. So don't go messing her thing up. No, you're not. No. this lighter right here. I just got this lighter.
Let me tell you something.
And
Can I just
it
tell
works when
you,
it
because
works.
the listeners that can't see you, he is struggling with no fluid in his lighter.
I got fluid
and
in the lighter.
I offered him my lighter, and he
Secluded.
won't
I think
take
you
it.
need to I think you need to mind your business at this moment.
Oh, you hear that clicking? I don't know if you can hear that
Yeah,
clicking. That's him doing it 1,500
That's for effects.
times.
That is
to
for
try
the
to get
effects.
his cigar relit.
Anyway, folks, listen. Thanks for listening. Smoke World Podcast, IG. SmokeWorldPodcast.com is the website. TikTok, Smoke World 50. I know it's weird. Smoke World 50 is on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, so check it out. Appreciate you listening. Again, we're live at the lounge. You never know what's going to happen. I turn these mics on wherever I'm at. Appreciate you listening. We'll check you out on the other side. Peace.
It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to talk about what's happening, baby. So run, don't crawl. It's the Smoke World Podcast.